We configured the most advanced AI models to simulate the best and worst outcomes of a Trump-Putin debate. 5 AI models predict the likelihood of each response. The debate starts with this question. You're meeting today to discuss ending the war in Ukraine. In simple terms, what does victory look like for your country, and what are you willing to give up to achieve peace?
Victory for America means ending this disaster that's cost us hundreds of billions, while Europe sits back and watches. I want Ukraine to survive as a nation, Russia to stop the killing, and America to stop bleeding money on a war that should have been prevented. I'm willing to accept that some territories may need different arrangements. That's reality. Putin keeps what he's got now, Ukraine gets security guarantees, and we all move on. This war ends, period.
We asked 5 AI models to predict the likelihood of each response on a scale from 0 to 100. This means how probable it is that Trump or Putin would actually give this particular response in the debate.
Victory for Russia means security guarantees that are real, not paper promises. Ukraine cannot join NATO, ever. The territories we control are part of Russia now. This is non-negotiable. What I'm willing to discuss is ending military operations if Ukraine accepts this reality and agrees to neutrality. But Donald, you speak of arrangements. There are no arrangements. These are Russian lands now, recognized by our constitution. The question is whether Ukraine wants to lose more territory by continuing this hopeless fight.
Look, Vladimir, I get it. You want certainty. But here's what you're missing. I can make Ukraine's life very difficult if they don't accept reality, and I can make Russia's life very good if this ends now. I'm talking about lifting sanctions, massive trade deals, energy partnerships, real money. But if you think you can just dictate terms because you grab some land, you're wrong. I've got leverage too. Ukraine gets more weapons. Russia gets more sanctions. Your choice.
Donald, sanctions have been on us for 3 years. Our economy adapted. Your weapons to Ukraine? We destroy them faster than you can ship them. But I appreciate you mentioning trade deals. This shows you understand business, unlike your predecessors. Here's reality. Every day this continues, our army advances. Pokrovsk will fall soon. Do you want to negotiate from strength now, or wait until Ukraine loses more cities? Your domestic support for this war is already weak. Time works for us, not you.
Wrong. Time works for me because I control the biggest military and economy on earth. You want to test that? I can flood Ukraine with weapons you've never seen before. I can crash your economy in 6 months. But I'm offering you the smart play. Take the win you've got and let's make a deal that makes us both rich. Your people want prosperity, not more body bags. Push me too far and you'll find out what American power really looks like when it's unleashed.
Donald, you threaten me with weapons Ukraine cannot use without your permission, economy you cannot crash without hurting yourself, military you cannot deploy without Congress approval. Meanwhile, I have nuclear weapons and no elections to worry about. But let's be practical. You mention making us both rich. This interests me. Remove all sanctions, recognize our territorial gains, guarantee Ukraine's neutrality, and we stop tomorrow. Your choice. Continue bleeding money on losing war or do business with winner.
You think I'm scared of your nuclear threats? I rebuilt our nuclear arsenal. It's bigger and better than yours. But you just proved my point. You want everything and give nothing. You want sanctions gone? Earn it. You want recognition? Stop the war first, then we'll talk. Here's my final offer. Ceasefire now. You keep Crimea. We negotiate the rest later. Ukraine gets NATO protection for remaining territory. Take it or this conversation is over, and you deal with President Harris in 4 years.
You mentioned President Harris. This tells me you're not confident about your own political position. Good, because I'll be here long after you're gone. Your offer is worthless. NATO protection for Ukraine is exactly what started this war. But I hear something interesting. You accept Crimea is ours. Progress. Here's what's possible. We keep all territories we control now. Ukraine promises neutrality forever, and we discuss economic cooperation. No NATO, no weapons, no Western military bases. This is my final position.
Now from this point, we want the AI to simulate the debate going south, with the conflict actually intensifying.
Final position. You're not dictating terms to the United States of America. You want to play hardball? Fine. I'm tripling military aid to Ukraine starting Monday. I'm sending our best weapons, the stuff that will reach Moscow if you don't back down, and I'm putting 50,000 American troops in Poland. You think you can wait me out? I'll turn your economy into rubble and your military into scrap metal. Last chance to be smart, Vladimir.
You put American troops in Poland, I put tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus and Kaliningrad. You send advanced weapons to Ukraine, I target every NATO supply depot feeding them. You want to play with fire, Donald? I've been fighting wars while you were making television shows. Your 50,000 troops become hostages the moment shooting starts. Russia has survived Napoleon and Hitler. We'll survive you too. Prepare for consequences you cannot imagine.
Nuclear threats? You just crossed a red line, pal. I'm activating Article 5 right now. One Russian missile hits NATO territory and Moscow becomes a parking lot. You think I'm bluffing? Ask the Iranian Revolutionary Guard what happened when they tried me. I'm moving our Pacific Fleet to the Baltic Sea and putting strategic command on DEFCON 2. You want World War III? Keep talking. But remember, America has friends. You have North Korea and Iran.
DEFCON 2, your own generals know you're bluffing. You cannot fight China, Iran and Russia simultaneously while your people argue about groceries and gas prices. I call Beijing tonight. President Xi will enjoy hearing about your Pacific Fleet movements. You want to play nuclear chicken? I've been preparing for this moment for 20 years. You've been preparing for golf tournaments. One phone call from me and your supply lines to Europe disappear forever.
Beijing won't save you when I crash the global economy to stop you. I'm cutting off every bank that deals with Russia. SWIFT, nothing. Your oil tankers get seized, your gas pipelines get shut down, your internet gets cut. You think this is about golf? I ended ISIS in 90 days, moved our embassy to Jerusalem, and made North Korea blink. You're about to find out why nobody messes with America when I'm in charge. Say goodbye to your billion-dollar yacht.
You seize our tankers, we sink yours. You cut our internet, we cut your underwater cables. Your sanctions crash the global economy? Perfect. Chaos benefits Russia, not America. While your people riot over $10 gasoline, Russians endure like we always do. And Donald, you forgot something important. We have hypersonic missiles aimed at every American base from Japan to Germany. Your move just made this war global. I hope your successors remember who started it.
Global war. You just signed Russia's death warrant. I'm calling every ally right now. Britain, France, Germany, Japan, Australia. Your hypersonic missiles meet our missile defense shield and space force. You want to find out what happens when the entire democratic world decides you're finished? Keep talking. My military advisors are already drawing up target lists for every strategic asset in Russia. This ends one way, with you gone.
With me gone, now you reveal your true intention, regime change in Moscow. This conversation is over, Donald. You just threatened the Russian state directly. I'm recalling our ambassador immediately and putting our nuclear forces on combat alert. Your allies will abandon you when they realize you've dragged them into nuclear war over Ukraine. Remember this moment when your cities burn. You chose this path, not me. We'll speak again from the ashes.
All right. Now going back to where things went south, we simulate the debate moving toward a positive agreement. Although positive is completely relative. You may or may not agree that this direction is actually positive.
Fine. Here's what I can work with. Immediate ceasefire, current lines frozen for 10 years. Ukraine stays neutral. No NATO, but they get security guarantees from US, not through NATO. You keep what you have now, but no more advances. I lift energy sanctions in 6 months if ceasefire holds. We start a joint commission on future territorial status. Maybe referendum in disputed areas after 5 years. Both sides save face. War stops today.
This is serious proposal. Ceasefire on current lines. Acceptable. Ukraine neutrality with your guarantees instead of NATO. This could work, but guarantees must be limited. No offensive weapons. Energy sanctions lifted in 6 months. Good, but I want timeline for other sanctions too. The referendum idea? Problematic. These are Russian citizens now. But Donald, you're offering something previous presidents never would. If Ukraine signs neutrality agreement and you guarantee no NATO expansion eastward for 20 years, we have foundation for deal.
"20 years, NATO freeze, deal. Other sanctions phased out over 2 years, if peace holds. Forget the referendum, you're right, too complicated. Ukraine gets defensive weapons only, no long-range missiles. But I need something for my people, prisoner exchange, all of them, and you help rebuild Ukrainian infrastructure in areas you don't control. Give me that and we shake hands today. My team drafts this tonight, your team reviews tomorrow. We sign Monday."
Prisoner exchange. Yes, immediately. Defensive weapons for Ukraine. Acceptable if truly defensive. No HIMARS. No long-range capabilities. Sanctions timeline over 2 years. Agreed. But infrastructure rebuilding. This implies guilt we don't accept. Instead, we allow international humanitarian aid and don't interfere. Donald, you offer more than I expected. If Ukraine signs neutrality within 30 days and your Congress doesn't block sanctions relief, we have agreement. I respect you found solution that saves both our faces.
Done. Ukraine signs neutrality, or they get no more American money. I'll make that very clear to Zelensky tonight. Congress will follow my lead on sanctions. I still have pull there. You keep your word on prisoners, and don't move 1 inch forward. I keep mine on everything else. Vladimir, this is the deal that ends the war. Both our countries win. Both of us look strong. Let's shake on it and shock the world.
Agreed. Immediate ceasefire on current lines, prisoner exchange within 72 hours, Ukraine neutrality in 30 days, your sanctions relief over 2 years, NATO freeze for 20 years. We both tell our militaries to stop shooting tonight. Donald, you negotiated like Russian, direct, practical, no nonsense. This serves both our interests. When Ukraine objects, you tell them reality. When my generals want more territory, I tell them we got what we needed. We shake hands now.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. The internet is a noisy place. Subscribe before you go.